Hello everyone, welcome to episode 30 of the Orange Thumbstick Podcast. My name is Dave, and as always, I am joined by Mr. Bobby Fales. How are you?
Not bad, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, very good. Russ, are you there?
I'm good, thanks, mate. And could I just point out, you're not always joined by Bobby because he's always on holiday.
That's very true.
Booking another one as we speak.
Do you know what? Do you know what, though? 30 episodes in, it's just become a bit of a habit, to be honest. But I keep forgetting that the episode with just me and you was the highest rated episode so far. Keep forgetting that.
It was.
Keep forgetting it. But
I keep saying I'll step down. I don't mind stepping down. I have to put up with you two, not going to swear, but you two not very nice people for a whole 30 minutes. So if you want us to step down, lads, by all means.
This is the guy... To all the listeners, this is the guy that just said before we came onto the podcast, before we came on air, was going, oh, please don't make me play. Emily wants to play too. I know you're going to try and mount me in the podcast. I know you're going to try and mount me. Oh,
I said, in the podcast, you're going to try and coax us into it, and you can both get stuffed and nick off to it, and then I said another site's name, which I'm not going to say on the podcast.
Please don't make me play. I'll shit me pants, please.
I'm not playing it. I'll never play that game. I'll never play it.
We'll see. We'll see. Never say never. Never say never. Yeah, so episode 30. 30 episodes already, which is great stuff.
Pat on the back,
what have you been playing, Russ?
I've been playing Robocraft Infinity, Dave, and I've also been playing a bit of Euro fishing.
There's a new DLC out for that or something?
Yeah, there's a new one came out end of last week. I've not got that. I'll be playing the one from just before and a few other, because there's about 5 or 6 DLCs for that now. It's just nice.
There's been a few, hasn't there?
The week I've had, it's just been nice to chuck that on and have a chill out, do a bit of fishing, you know.
Yeah, why not? Bobby, what have you been playing in your spare time, other than booking holidays on websites and things and whatever else?
I've literally been playing Robocraft Infinity, some Euro fishing with Russ. I actually loaded up a game called Tiles and played about 30 minutes of it earlier today. And I've also been playing Drago Dino. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. Played a little bit of that too.
I have been playing some City of Brass, and still been playing a little bit of God of War every now and again when I've had spare half an hour or so. But yeah, that is it for me, really. City of Brass review should be up later on this week, so yeah, keep an eye out for that one. News has been a bit scarce this last week, as I said to you all earlier on, sort of finding it difficult to find things that's been going on. I think the calm before the E3 storm is starting to brew, isn't it now?
Yep.
So, but there's been a few things. We sort of mentioned it last week that Shadow of the Tomb Raider was going to get a reveal on the 27th of April. It got that reveal, and it was pretty much what we said. It was a cinematic trailer. There was no gameplay. It was just a cinematic thing. Did either of you two check it out? Bobby, did you see it?
Didn't see it, mate. I literally just before we started up, I read it in the segment plan there and realised that I must have missed that one.
Okay, Russ, what about you? Have you caught it up?
Of course, mate. I watched it, did my homework for the podcast, as you do. Well, as some of us do.
Well done.
Lies.
To be honest with you, I was quite taken aback the amount of, let's just call it to and fro in the YouTube comment section for that video. On the one I was watching it on, about how Lara looks different, and the arguments were as bad as console war arguments.
She doesn't. She looks slightly different, but I think she just looks a little bit aged.
Which is what she should do.
And I get which is what she should do, yeah. Because reading up on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, it is very much about Lara is established now as the Tomb Raider, and what I picked up from the trailer is this game's going to be it's going to be quite dark, because the trailer itself was fairly dark. Mm-hmm. I mean, for those who haven't seen it, check it out. But there's a little snippet in the trailer where she's almost hunting people down, like Rambo style. She's like covering herself in mud and hiding in the bushes and the trees. Like she's hiding in like a wall, like a cliffside, covered in mud, sort of camouflaging herself. And all of a sudden you see her eyes open and she creeps up behind this guy and basically cuts his throat. It looks very dark. So
Is this
Pardon
like
the punch, you know.
the dark side of the nervous breakdown she's had after locking the butler in the freezer all them years ago?
No. Are you still looking at Ryanair?
I am, yes. I am.
No, I just think they're going down a sort of darker path with this one, and she does look a little bit different, but it's nothing, you know. Characters evolve, don't they? I mean, Christ, look at Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell. How many times has he changed his look? 1 minute he's old, next he's young, then he's old again, then he's young, and then he's even younger, and now he's a granddad.
Yep.
So it's just like, it doesn't really matter as long as the game's good. I don't really care. But announced alongside that trailer was a load of additions, loads of additions. Right, let's go through them. So we've got Shadow of the Tomb Raider. We've got the Standard Edition, which is just the base game. We've got the Standard Digital Edition, which is the base game off the Xbox Store. We've then got the Steelbook Edition, which is only available at game, pre-order only, which includes the base game, 3 art cards, and currency pack. And that's an interesting one, because I've put in the notes here for the podcast, microtransactions, ? So microtransactions are obviously going to be a thing in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, hence the currency pack. Do you think they're going to go with cosmetic only, or do you think it's going to be game changing, leveling up weapons and whatever else? I think, Russ.
Safe bet would be cosmetic only after all the drama.
Cosmetic only, but could it not also just be a currency pack, as in an in-game boost currency? So I'm thinking along the lines of like how Far Cry 5 has its own in-game currency. No, not microtransaction as such. If that makes any sense.
Be.
You know, a bit of a boost to get you some
I know what you
better
mean.
weapons and stuff. That's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping and praying that there's no matter. After everything that's gone off this past 6 months or so with microtransactions, you think that Square Enix would know better than to do that?
Well, Bobby, you just said it could be, but it could be cosmetic only. I think if they went down that route, I don't think people would mind so much. Would you agree with that, Bob?
Yeah, I would. I don't think they'd mind as much. Personally, if it was, like, I wouldn't be interested in microtransactions regardless in a Tomb Raider game, but if they've done it cosmetic, I could see people may enjoy it. Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see, but, you know, it could be that, Russ. It could be just a bit of an in-game currency boost, you know, to maybe get some, you know, fire arrows or something quicker than maybe before or whatever, I don't know. It's probably the equivalent of looting the soldiers, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Digital Deluxe Edition, which is the base game, additional weapon and outfits, and the original game soundtrack, plus 48-hour early access. We've got the Croft Edition, which is the base game, the 48-hour early access, the Season Pass, 3 additional weapons and outfits, and original game soundtrack. Then we've got the Ultimate Edition, which is everything I just mentioned in the Croft Edition, plus a physical statue, a flashlight, and a bottle opener.
Sweet.
I don't get what is it with bottle openers?
I don't know, mate.
Get it?
I realised we got
This
one
is the
from
thing, though.
we got one from EGX. Did you know we got a bottle opener from EGX?
For Onrush?
Yeah, Onrush.
It was Onrush, wasn't
on
it?
a key fob.
Aye. Yeah. No promotion of drinking and driving then.
No.
The thing with bottle openers, and I don't know if it's like this in your house, but I always see things like that and I'm like, why would you want a bottle opener? But whenever I want one, I can't find one. I never find a bottle
But you
opener.
need to do the smart
but
thing
in all
what I
fairness-
did. I went and bought myself a Borderlands one that sticks to the fridge, big massive one, so you can never lose it.
It's a good shout, that.
Yeah. I mean, you don't sort of like go to the fridge and get a bottle of, you know, I don't know, whether it be a soft drink or a beer and go, oh, I've got a bottle opener. Hang on. I bought Tomb Raider the other day. I'm sure there's a bottle opener in Tomb Raider. You just don't.
Well,
Do you know
I
what I
will
mean?
now if I buy it. If I buy it now, I'll be like, ooh, bottle opener. And the Tomb Raider sorted me out there.
Yeah.
80 quid or whatever it is, but I got a bottle opener.
But there's a flashlight in there, so if anybody wants to go and sort of, you know, raid their own tombs, you've got a flashlight there.
Or if you
You
need
know,
to
take
open a bottle in the dark, you're sorted.
Yeah.
Sorted.
But if you have a power cut, you can still have your bottle of beer, you know?
Jesus.
Or a bottle of soft drink, whatever's, you know,
Soft
their
drink,
preference,
yes.
of course. But yeah, I don't know what the obsession is with bottle openers. Yeah, so there's all those different editions there. But for anybody that isn't really fussed for having a a bottle opener and a torch. For Tomb Raider, you can just get the season pass on its own. So in the season pass, it's going to offer a load of pieces of DLC, including 7 challenge tombs, 7 weapons, 7 outfits, 7 skills, and multiple narrative side missions. Before, I'm sure they've had like a side sort of campaign, DLC campaign, but it's not mentioned there. So whether that will be mentioned at a later date, I don't know. But yeah, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I'm excited for it. Are you guys? Are you looking forward to it?
Looking forward to it, definitely.
Yeah,
I'd like to check it out. Definitely like to check it out.
Yeah, you said last time, Bob, that you didn't check out Rise of the Tomb Raider. You should, mate. It's on Game Pass. Give it a blast. You'll enjoy it.
I'll have a look before this one. Definitely, I'll have to.
For all you football fanatics out there, you might be able to put your various bottle openers you've probably got from past game editions to good use, because the World Cup's on this summer. Which leads me on to FIFA 18, getting a completely free of charge World Cup update on the 29th of May. It's going to offer an authentic 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia experience. I'll just read a few snippets here from the article. It says, feel the excitement and drama for football's greatest event with the authentic tournament experience through official FIFA World Cup elements, featuring all 32 qualified national teams, match balls, stadiums, and the iconic trophy rendered in the Frostbite game engine for the first time. All 12 official stadiums are going to be included, and they're also going to have an Ultimate Team, World Cup Ultimate Team mode in there as well. So all you Ultimate Team addicts out there, it's going to scratch the itch that you might be missing from that update. So that's going to be there. But normally EA Sports do a pretty good job with the official licensed tournaments when they add them into the games. And it's good that it's a free update as well. I remember when they used to release the sort of specific European Championship games and the World Cup games and charge full price for them.
I was just about to bring that up. So I've not really been into my football games for a long time. I had a massive falling out with, I think it was FIFA 07. I've never played a FIFA game since. Well, I was about to say they used to bring all these. Yeah, probably me. That's it. Yeah. They did used to release the tournaments as standalone discs, didn't they? I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing that EA, I've actually done. It's a free update. That makes a massive, a big bonus plus for EA for doing that. Because let's be honest, they're normally the first to see something to make money out of.
Yeah.
Wasn't it then that started the online passes first? It was EA, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. It was nightmare when you worked in the games industry.
Yeah, it was either Madden or Tiger Woods that was the first one to come out at that particular year with the online pass, and everybody followed. Ubisoft, Namco, everybody just followed with online passes, and then it died, fell on its arse.
Whilst we're on the subject of FIFA, Dave, have you ever played FIFA with Russ?
No.
Well, you've seen how competitive you can get during Rocket League. If you times that by 10, maybe even 50, that's what he's like playing FIFA. It's amazing. I should have recalled when me and him played it years back. I played FIFA with you.
No, you have not.
Yes, I have.
Not me, mate.
When I got my Xbox One S, I got the FIFA code with it, and we both had a couple of games.
That wasn't me.
Was you?
It was not.
It was you.
It was not. We're not going into this, but it wasn't me. It wasn't just beer all day arguing. It wasn't me. Call me Shaggy today.
See, he won't admit that he was that competitive. I think he just uninstalled it straight away, but he can't. That's why he's out of love with them. It's too competitive for them.
Mate, playing against you on FIFA, I had Panya, so it definitely wasn't me that he was playing. I'd still be playing it.
I don't think you would. You can't even beat his Rocket League, man.
Okay, everybody go on to a certain Facebook page. Is it CF Gaming? And have a look at the header image CF on there.
Yeah.
There's a nice little score on there.
That's a one-off.
One-off. Yeah, okay.
I think we should settle this with a good game of Rocket League, one-on-one.
No, this is what we can do. My proposal is, let's play
I'm not taking
who can last the longest playing Emily Wants to Play 2.
No. Because you know I lasted 30 minutes last time and it was the most successful stream I've had apart from Super Hot. So, you know I lasted about 20 on the second one.
But if you're confident in your Rocket League skills in beating Russ, Bobby, you've got nothing to worry about, surely.
He's right. It wasn't him that I played FIFA with. It must have been someone else. And as for Rocket League, I don't even come close to him. Like, he'll score 50
don't
goals
change
and I'll
the
score one.
subject. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Where's my bottle opener? Hang on. Don't change the subject. Right? We've just said, right? You just said that
I didn't.
No,
Russ is better than us. Russ is better than us by a long shot. By a country mile.
Okay, so in the future, you cannot say any different to that, right? Russ is the far superior player in Rocket League to you. Yeah?
That's fine.
Stop it, lads. I'm not able to get out the door in a bit. Jeez.
It's all right, mate. Just use some tape. Oh, was you on about your head? I'm sorry. I thought you were at the other end.
Yeah, the other end. Both ends. Both my heads swell. I'll say it.
Speaking of getting excited, I had a little wee of excitement come out earlier on. Red Dead Redemption is getting a new trailer on the 2nd of May, so it'll be tomorrow. Yeah.
Or today, if you listen to this once it's first went up.
Yeah, 2nd of May, anyway. Oh, God, how excited am I? I don't know whether I want to watch it, though. Russ, we spoke about this before, about not watching any more trailers for it. Do you remember?
Yep.
Before Christmas, we said, but I don't know if I can resist, you know. I don't know what to do, because as soon as I see that it's up, I'm going to want to watch it. I'm going to be like Bobby, looking at, like, Thompson Holidays. You know, I'm just going to be wanting to... I just want to click.
Yeah.
So... But in all fairness, Red Dead is probably easily the most anticipated game this year. Bobby, are you going to check the trailer out, or are you going to leave it?
I'm going to check it out. After picking up Red Dead 1 again about a month back or so and playing it, I'm almost as excited as you. A little birdie did tell us as well that they're bringing a bottle opener along with it. Now I know that you think that will be a good investment. You know, you might not be interested in the others, but I know for a fine fact my mate Dave will be first in that queue to get that bottle opener. That's Red Dead Redemption 2 brought out by Rockstar.
They didn't have any bottle openers in the West, did they? They just used their teeth.
Yeah.
They just used their
That's
teeth.
what it is. It's just an old monkey tooth. That's all it is. Old monkey tooth, and they're calling it a bottle opener.
Oh, great. And they're going to charge 70 quid for that.
You'd pay double. You know you'd pay double for it because it's amazing.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't. I'm so excited for this game, and I don't know whether I should watch any trailers or not. I'm probably going to.
I'll tell you
be
what.
Honest.
I'll watch it, and then on next week's podcast, I'll give you a rating of it from 0 to fantastic. It's about that, and then you'll know whether it's worth watching or not.
What number does fantastic relate to?
10.
10. Okay. Well, you just give it a score 1 out of 10 then.
I just wanted to get fantastic in there.
Why? You're obsessed with this word?
On the podcast that I wasn't in, you must have said fantastic about 19, 20 times. And then as soon as I came back, you stopped saying it. I was sitting in Portugal drinking a beer with one of my bottle openers I got from one of my limited edition games. And this is no word of a lie. I was actually sitting there drinking a beer, listening to the podcast, and I should have counted. I should have counted how many times you said it, and I didn't because obviously I'd had a few beers. Yeah, you said it a hell of a lot of times.
I'm sure you only said it once.
I thought you were purposely. Yeah. Maybe it was because I was drunk. But I thought you were purposely doing it because I wasn't there. Do you know, like that time when you both done Barbara references and I didn't shout a single one until I listened back to it? I thought it was one of them. I really did. I thought you were like, right, he's not here. I'm getting as many fantastics in as I can.
Just because our banter's a cut above the rest. That's all.
Hey. That was razor sharp there, Russ.
He's both. He's both so much. Yeah, so much.
Yeah. So 2nd of May, and the new Red Dead Redemption trailer will be out. So everybody that wants to check it out, I'm sure it's going to be all over the internet. It's probably going to crash social media it'll probably crash YouTube, I would have thought. I just hope if it's going to be an official reveal trailer that they show some in-game mechanics rather than sort of cutscenes or a mixture of both. I'd like to see some in-game mechanics. Oh, well, I think we're at that time already, Bobby.
Time is it, Dave?
It is time for Bobby Fails presents Something for the Weekend.
This week in Something for the Weekend, we're going to take a look at Drago Dino. It was released on the 27th of April 2018, priced at £7.99, which is $9.99 or €9.99. The story of it is basically you play as Bob and his egg is stuck at the top of a tree. So you've got to get yourself through 10 levels to get to the top and retrieve the egg. You have two different characters you can play as with two different sets of skins for each character. There's a large amount of enemies. I think it's something like 50 or 60 different enemies. And you have different power-ups along the way to help you. For instance, you can get one that'll let you glide a longer distance when you're jumping from platform to platform. Or you can get ones which help you shoot for a longer distance, shields, things like that. It isn't the longest game in the world, and that's why I'm picking it for Something for the Weekend. You can play it local co-op as well, so it is family-friendly. And at the price of £7.99, it's pocket money, so it's definitely something you want to check out.
Thank you, Bobby. $7.99 pocket money. How much pocket money do you get there? How much did you get when you was a kid? I got about 25.
No. When I was a kid, I only got a couple of quid. But like, look at the kids nowadays; they're walking around with iPhone 6s.
Couple of quid.
Yeah, you've got to remember, mate.
Like every 6 months.
When you were a kid, they still had black and white tellies. A bit of a difference.
Let's be honest, Davey's right there.
You were about 20 when the SNES came out. You were about 20 when the SNES came out. I was still young.
When did the SNES come out? Was it 91?
Playing me Atari on a black and white TV. I remember those days.
Yeah.
Bloody millennials.
Remember the days, the good old days. Yeah. He's one of them, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's one of them. And Emily wants to play too. Please don't make me. Please don't make me play. Emily wants to play too. I've only got one pair of underpants left. Please.
Not doing it.
I don't want to ship myself live on air. Please don't make me.
I don't think I could afford the amount of boxers that I would need. I really don't think I would.
Oh, if you was dedicated to the site, you would do it because
it's nothing to do with dedication. Last time I did it, I got stalked by someone for 2 weeks with messages posing as Kiki, and I had nightmares for the same length of time. I'm dedicated to the site. I'm more dedicated to my psychological welfare.
That's why you have to go on so many holidays, isn't it? Just to free your spirits.
Yeah. I don't go on holidays. I go into like the woods and that, and sit in a little tent and try and find myself again because I'm a bit lost. I've lost the plot.
Wrapped up in his sleeping bag, rocking backwards and forwards with just one little campfire on the go.
But see, this is why I'm going to buy that edition of Tomb Raider, because I get the flashlight and the bottle opener, so it'll help us when I go on these holidays.
Well, there you go. At least you're prepared.
Okay.
Oh, well, I think that pretty much wraps it up for this week. Russ, do you want to do promotion of website, social media, and video channels?
Yep, don't forget to head over to the website. It's xboxgamerreviews.com. You can check out all the latest news, reviews, and giveaways we have over there. You can also follow us on Twitter at Xbox_GR and Facebook too. That's facebook.com/XboxGamerReviews. And of course, our YouTube channel for all our latest preview videos at youtube.com/XboxGamerReviews.com.
Brilliant. Wonderful. Yeah, just to let the listeners know that Bobby has made it quite clear that he's not prepared to play Emily Wants to... Is it Emily Wants to Play 2, is it?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, he's not prepared to play that, but he's more than prepared to wear a bum bag out in public. Is that right, Bobby?
Just to let the listeners know, if there's any websites out there who's interested in Dave and Russ, they are now looking for a new platform for their reviews. You can email myself and I'll pass on any details. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Come on, Bobby. You've got to do Emily Wants to Play.
I'll think about it.
I'm just going to bring it out straight away now. You're going to do it for charity next month. There you go.
We're not doing a chat. We're not. Nah. No. Because then it'll turn into like a 24-hour Emily Wants to Play stream, and the money that I'll raise, the amount of debt I would get in having to go see a psychiatrist, just I couldn't afford it.
For anybody listening, if you put the hashtag Bobby Emily, send us a tweet with that over, and I think depending on the response that we get, I think you should do it, Bobby.
I'll think.
Otherwise,
about it.
If
we get a big
post a picture
response
of you, we'll post a picture of you, like Russ has said that he might do in the past, of you wearing that bum bag, or if you're listening to that in America, it's
a picture of you wearing that bum bag, the photoshopped edition.
I would literally rather that go out than have to stream it.
It comes with a bottle opener and a pair of shades. Right then, that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks ever so much to everybody that's tuned in. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please subscribe. We're on iTunes, Android, or YouTube. If you are a subscriber already, thank you very much. Just drop us a like if you can. It really means a lot. And I think we're off to look at cheap holidays with Bobby online. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.